Alright, when I saw trailers for Agent 47 and Transporter Refueled, I thought both of them looked like just stupid but maybe fun, dumb action movies. And quite honestly, I was looking forward more to Hitman 47 because at least it looked a little bit more spectacular, and while Transporter Refueled didn't have Jason Statham in it. If this was the best that Hitman 47 had to offer, then I am not looking forward to Transporter Refueled at all. Because Hitman 47 was the one that I actually looked forward to among those two crappy looking movies. So Agent 47 is based off of the video game franchise Hitman, which I've never played, but I've heard good things about him. This is of course about the main character of the Hitman franchise, Agent 47, and in this film there's a syndicate that wants to make more agents like Agent 47. They want to make an army of these superhuman, awesome hitmen. But in order to do that, they gotta find the person that created the program, and they can't find him. So they find his daughter in hopes that she'll know where he is, and so that she can lead them to the guy that created the agents. Well, Agent 47 doesn't want this to happen, so he's going to stop them no matter what. Now, in all honesty, I think some people can really enjoy Agent 47. I know a few people that actually liked it. But I think the only way you can legitimately like this film is if you turn off your brain and just watch it as a dumb action film. I think that's all fine and dandy, but even then, when you think of it as just a dumb action movie, it still has its flaws in that department. Yeah, when the action is the only thing going for a film and it still screws up that to make it a little bit more mediocre than beyond over-the-top awesomeness, then you know something is absolutely wrong with your dumb action film. Now, that's not to say there aren't some really cool and very stylistic moments in the action sequences. There are moments where it is brilliant, and there are some really neat ways that he dispatches his enemies. It does feel a little bit like a John Wick clone, where it feels like it's supposed to be fluid, and he's getting off all these headshots, and it has a real cool element to it, but it's a little less like John Wick when it's cut so many times that sometimes it's hard to see what exactly is going on. Literally, a lot of it is just him aiming, shooting, cut, and then you just see a guy fall over without any blood or whatever. You just see him fall over, then it's cut, you shoot, cut, guy falls over, cut, shoot, cut, fall over. Now, I think the action sequence that's the main offender of him shooting, cutting to a guy falling on the ground, cut to him shooting, cut to another person falling on the ground, is the action sequence you actually see in the trailer, where they're caught in an intersection, all these hooks had come down from the buildings to stop the car, and then these loads of agents or these SWAT team people come down and he has to shoot his way out. That action sequence is probably the worst action sequence in the movie. Acting-wise, I think all three of the main characters did a mediocre job. None of them were great, none of them were horrible, they're just there, you know? Plus, there are a few scenes in it that are just comedically bad, and a lot of people have been talking about this, and I noticed it too. It's when they're running away from Hitman 47, and Hitman 47 is just sort of walking after them, and they're running like crazy. He's just walking, and so then they stop, and suddenly he's right behind them, like he's Jason Voorhees or something, or like he's teleporting. And then so they start running again, they pause and they stop, and they turn around, he's right there again, and it's really comical, honestly. Now, what's really weird is the movie sort of plays off in a way where it looks like Hitman 47 is the bad guy, until you find out later on that nope, he's the good guy, he's helping our main girl. The trailers to the movie gave this away, and I wish they hadn't, and I wish there wasn't a specific scene at the beginning of the film, because this could have been a Terminator 2 situation. In all honesty, what would have made this film a little better, and I would have legitimately given it a higher score, is if it started with the girl trying to find her father, and then suddenly she comes into contact with the people chasing after her, which is Zachary Quinto and the Agent 47. Now, during the film, she's with Zachary Quinto for quite a while because she thinks he could be the good guy, while Agent 47 looks like he's out to kill her. This could have been a Terminator 2 situation where you suddenly find out, nope, Arnold Schwarzenegger's actually the good guy. Nope, Agent 47's actually the good guy. But instead, at the very beginning of this film, you get a narrator explaining everything, which doesn't really need to be in the film at all, because it explains it throughout the movie in a nice little even fashion. So basically, when it explains it all in the beginning, and then you get explanation towards the middle, it's like you just repeated what the narrator said. There's no reason why this narrator section should be in the movie. Okay, cut that out. Then you could also cut out the first scene with Agent 47. Now I know this is Agent 47. We want more Agent 47 in the film. And it is a pretty decent action sequence. And it gets to show how he's all prepared for all sorts of outcomes. And it shows that it's sort of like, and this scene shows a little bit more of a John Wick sort of style to the film. But in that scene, you pretty much figure out, oh, Agent 47's actually our hero. And so when they show him again chasing after the girl, and Zachary Quinto is trying to say that no, he's after to kill you, it makes the movie feel like, no, maybe actually 47 should have been the bad guy. And then suddenly, nope, he's actually still the good guy, just like the first scene explained. Yeah, I think it would have been really good if they had a sort of Terminator 2 aspect to the film, which they could have easily done, but they decided, nope, that's too much. We need a little bit more action sequences. We need a little bit more Agent 47. So let's put this scene at the beginning of the film, which ultimately explains that he's actually the good guy, and we're supposed to root for him, even though we already have the other stuff filmed where it makes it look like Agent 47 is the bad guy. Ultimately, I can't really consider this an awful or a bad film, because there is some enjoyment, there is some entertainment that you can have if you just turn off your brain and have a fun time. Ultimately, a lot of these sort of films are weak, and really, even some of the action aspects aren't really done as well enough as some other ones that are actually really good dumb action films. Ultimately, I think this is one of those films where you can watch one time, have some sort of entertainment value, and then never want to see it again, or pretty much forget everything that's happened in it. So ultimately, I'm going to give Agent 47 2 stars. So have you seen Agent 47? What did you think about it? Go ahead and comment. If you haven't seen Agent 47, what is your favorite dumb action movie? As always, this is Bruce Gifford, and this was Just My Opinion.